Stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Starting off first, what is a high interest woman? In my opinion, a high interest woman is somebody that perceives you as an 8+. This is true, genuine desire. So usually this has to do with really high initial physical attraction. They make it easy for you. You don't have to do a lot of strategies, and almost the conversation and meeting up with them feels effortless. All right, so in terms of signs, I got a lot of signs for each one. We're gonna be going through dating app signs, in real life signs, and other signs a part of that, so that you guys can fully understand within every single context that you're meeting a certain girl. First sign is that if she messaged you first on a dating app. This is one of the first signs that I've heard.
All right, so I'm gonna hit him with the button real quick. I'm gonna hit him with the button really quick. So he said something that was true, but he also said something that was false. So he said that high interest women are women who basically, they make it easy for you. They're really feeling you and all this other stuff, which is true, right? The part where he said an example of that or a sign is that if a woman hits you up first on an online dating site, right? And what you have to understand is that a woman hitting you up first on an online dating site isn't necessarily a sign that she has high interest in you, right? The only way that it would be a sign that she has high interest in you is if you told her, like if your profile said for her to do something, gave her an instruction, and she did it as far as messaging you. So let's say, for example, if your profile says, hey, message me the word, Apple or some shit, so I know you read my profile, right? So if she messages you and says Apple, that's a sign that she has high interest, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that she actually, the interest is gonna be consistent, but at this point, but it's a sign. Why is it a sign? It's a sign that she has high interest because she's following your directions, right? So understand that high interest, right, is not about a woman giving you a choosing signal or approaching you or just trying to talk to you because she thinks you're cute, right? High interest is only determined based on her taking action based on what you told her to do. So in other words, you giving a woman an instruction and her following it is a sign that she could have high interest, right? But a woman doing something on her own is not a sign of high interest necessarily because she's not following your lead. Now, let me show you guys this real quick before we move any further, because I want you guys to just have a simple, thing that you guys can look at to sort of understand where we're going to be going with this, right? So this is a simple thing that I wrote down so you guys can understand. So I'm going to break this down. So high interest means consistent cooperation, right? And I'm gonna go over these after I name them all real quick. So high interest means consistent cooperation. Medium interest means consistent resistance. Low interest means consistent non-sexual attention. And no interest means nothing. She wants nothing to do with you. So let's go over this real quick. So high interest, consistent cooperation. So that means that the woman is highly sexually attracted to you and she's going to be cooperating with you on a consistent basis. So that means if a woman decides to meet you for drinks and you say, hey, let's meet up Friday for drinks, she says, yes, cool, sounds good. She meets you there for drinks. And then you say to her, hey, listen, let's go sit on this couch instead of sitting, at the bar. And she says to you, well, actually, I'd rather sit at the bar, right? She says that to you. That's not high interest. Now, it was a sign she had high interest by her agreeing to go on a date and follow you to the bar and come through, but it's not consistent cooperation, so therefore it's not high interest. Now, medium interest is consistent resistance, right? So that means that what happens is you're interacting with a woman and she's showing you resistance, and there's going to be future resistance in that situation. So in the same situation, let's say tell a girl to meet you at the bar. She meets you at the bar and you say, hey, let's go sit over here on the couch. And she says, well, you know what? Actually, I don't want to sit on the couch. And you're like, all right, cool, we'll just sit here. And then you're sitting there talking to her. And then what's going to happen is while you're flirting with her, while you're trying to get all, touchy-feely or whatever it is, she's going to be more resistant. She's going to say, oh, I'm not that type of girl, blah, blah, blah. So you're going to start to see consistent resistance. That's medium interest, right? Now, low interest is consistent non-sexual attention. Non-sexual attention. What does that mean? That means that a woman who has no interest in actually having sex with you ever, You understand? So this is the type of woman that will put you in the friend zone and all that other shit, right? And no interest means that a woman has no interest in dealing with you. You might as well be invisible. You don't exist to her. She will never give you any attention, non-sexually or sexually. She don't want to talk to you. She wants nothing to do with you. You understand what I'm saying? So understanding that, right? We're going to continue and we're going to see what he's talking about in these